Hello friends, welcome back to my channel Mukesh English. Friends, in this video I'll discuss a very important poem titled Suddenly the Air Cracks, and this poem is composed by the famous Nigerian poet, novelist, and he is Gabriel Okara. So let's know about the poem very briefly. Gabriel Okara, a Nigerian poet and novelist, is known for his deep concern with human emotions and social realities. In his poem, Suddenly the Air Cracks, he captures the horrors of war and its effects on the ordinary people. The poem describes how a peaceful day is suddenly shattered by the terrifying sounds of bombs, guns, and the fighter jets. Through the powerful images of destruction, fear, and survival, the poet shows how war not only destroys the lives and homes, but also leaves very lasting psychological scars. The poem also highlights the strange reactions of people during such crisis. Some cry for the loved ones, some laugh nervously, and children even turn war into a game. In the end, when silence returns, the rising smoke and the bodies in the morgue become the sad reminders of what war leaves behind. And finally, Okara's poem is both a realistic portrayal of wartime chaos and a powerful anti war statement showing that violence only brings loss, numbness, and tragic memories. Now we'll discuss stanza wise. Stanza number one, the poet says, Suddenly the air cracks with striking, cracking rockets, guffaw of Bofors, stuttering LMGs, jets, diving, shooting glasses, dropping, breaking from lips, people diving under beds, nothing bullets, flashing fire, striking within, striking, wreathing bodies and walls. So here LMG means to say light machine guns. Buffalo guns, automatic, double-barreled anti-craft gun. So light machine gun, a type of machine gun which is designed for use by a single soldier as an infantry or a very supportive weapon. Striking means to say thrilling. Guffaw means a kind of laughter. So what does the poet say in this stanza? The poet says that everything is peaceful, but suddenly the calm sky explodes with the loud sounds of rockets, big guns, machine guns, fighter jets starts flying lowly, shooting at the town. The sound is like a cruel laughter, just like a guffaw. People starts get panic, glasses fall from their hands and starts breaking, and people rush to hide under beds, but the bullets and the fire hit walls and the human bodies. Some people are wounded, some are twisting in pain. Breathing bodies means to say twisting in pain. So that means to say this stanza shows that how normal life is suddenly destroyed by war. People are shocked, afraid, and helpless. Stanza number two. The poet says, Suddenly there is silence, and a thick black smoke rises. Big, thick, big. I'm sorry. Suddenly there's a silence, and a thick black smoke rises sadly into the sky as the jets fly away in gruesome glee. So after the attack, there's a sudden silence. After the attack, there's a sudden silence, but a huge, thick black smoke is rising into the sky that shows the destruction left behind, the losses of lives left behind, the burning houses left behind. The jets leave as if they are happy in the cruelty, gruesome glue. Glee means to say happiness, means to say the jets are returning in such a manner as they have done something great thing and they are very happy, But what kind of happiness? It's very cruelsome happiness. So what does this stanza convey here? This stanza shows the silence after bombing flees away, the silence after the jets go away. But this silence is filled with the sadness, and the war machines seem heartless. War machines enjoy the destruction. Stanza number 3, the poet further says, then a babel of emotions, voices, mothers, fathers calling children, and others joking, shouting, where is your bunker? Laughing, teasing across streets. Then they gaze in groups without sadness at the sad smoke curling skywards. So once this noise stops, once all this kind of bomb blast stops, what happens? People starts crying. People's voices are filled in the air. Everywhere people are crying. They have lost their kith and kins. Parents are desperately calling the children. Some people are making joke to lighten the fear. They say, where is your bunker? Neighbors, they are tease each other and they laugh nervously. So there's very mixed reaction. People gather in groups. They are looking at the rising smoke. For them, it has become a nice view, and they seem strangely without sadness, perhaps because they are used to such attacks. For those people, those who have just now come out and they are just looking at the this view of the smoke, and for them such attacks are very much common. But what about for those people, those who have lost their children, their kith and kins, they are crying, right? So that means to say people cope with fear in different ways. Some people cry, some people joke, some people act as if nothing happened. So such kind of feelings that shows here the war is going to make the people numb to the suffering, and they are showcasing their feelings in different way, like crying, joking, or showing something as nothing has happened. So this is the effect of war. Stanza number 4, the poet says, again, again, suddenly the air cracks, above rooftops cracking, striking, rockets guffawing, buffers stuttering, LMGs, ek flags, diving jets, diving men, women, dragging children, seeking shelter, not there breathless, hugging gutters, walls, houses, crumbling, rumbling, thunder, bombs, hearts, thumping heads low, under beds, moving wordless lips. Now, so far we have seen there was an attack, the attack stopped, but again, the terror starts again. Those jets, those who return, they have come back. Rockets have again returned. So again, the rockets got launched, and the jets and the rockets, they have returned. Gunfire and the bombs starts getting exploded. People are dragging the children desperately. They're looking for the safety, but there's no safe shelter. Some people are lying flat in gutters. Some are pressing themselves against the walls. They are hugging the walls to save themselves. And the houses are getting collapsed with the bombing. People's heartbeats. People's hearts beat fast. They are doing a silent prayers as the moving the wordless lips. Wordless lips here refers to they are praying to the God silently. Please save us. Their hearts are beating rapidly. So the war attack repeats. So we can see here again the war has started. That shows that the fear is never ending. People live in the constant danger, a continuous danger. That's about stanza number 4. Stanza number 5, the poet says, then suddenly there is a silence, and the town heaves a deep sigh as the jets again fly away, and the guns, one by one, fall silent, and the gunners, dazed, gaze at the empty sky, helpless. Again, what happened? Once again, everything goes quiet. The jets leave. So this is how the war happens. There'll be a loss of lives. Again, the jets will return. So once again, complete calm, silence, dead bodies are seen. The whole town is breathing a sigh of relief. No jets, no bomb blast, no gunshots. And slowly the guns stop firing. Gunners means the soldiers are looking up at the sky. They are feeling helpless and stunned. That means the silence feels like a temporary relief. It's a temporary relief. Even the soldiers feel powerless against such destruction. The soldiers know again there will be war, again there will be another attack. But time being, it's a very timely relief, but not a permanent relief. Stranger number 6. And then voices shouting, calling, voices admiring jets dive, pilots' bravery, blaming gunners, praising gunners, laughing people, wiping sweat and dust from hair, neck, and shirt with trembling hands. So after the danger, what people do once again, they start shouting. Some are admiring the fighter pilots for the great bravery in diving attacks. Some are praising fantastic, great, excellent fighters, pilots we have. Others are blaming the gunners on the ground. They are telling that you are unable to save the people. So some people are admiring the fighter pilots. Some are blaming or praising the gunners, the soldiers. People are laughing nervously. Maybe they're trying to act normalcy. They're trying to show that yes, everything is normal, but their hands still tremble as they wipe sweat and dust off themselves. Means to say, when they just clean the dust from the body, we can see that the hands are shaking. There's a turbulence in the body. They are trembling with fear. They are terrified. So people are conflicted. People are conflicted. Some of them admire the bravery, but they are also deeply shaken. Second last stanza. Things soon simmer to normal hum and rhythm as danger passes and the streets are peopled with strolling men and women, boys and girls in various errands, walking, talking, laughing, smiling, and children running with arms stretched out in front, playing at diving jets, zoom past, unsmiling, bombing, rocketing, shooting with mouths between startled feet. So slowly, the life has come to normalcy. Men, women, children, they all go back to their routine life, daily activities like walking, talking, smiling, their job. But shockingly, what happens here? Children have started to play the war games in the streets. Today children they do such kind of gamings on computer, but this poem says that in those days when the war stopped, in the streets children are playing the war game. Somebody is becoming soldier, and they are showing their physical gestures as they are fighting with each other. That means to say the footprints of the war have been left. This is a psychological impact. They run with arms stretched. They run with arms stretched like jets, pretending to drop bombs and shoot. They are playing in such a manner. They are showing that as they are running, and they are running with the open arms, just like how the jets run. They are showing the hand gestures, how the bombs are getting dropped. They are showing the hand gestures, how the guns have been handled or have been functioned, how the gun have been used to shoot. So they are playing such kind of war games in the streets, those children. So that shows that the war has created a psychological impact on the coming generation. That means what? The war has become a part of their daily life. Even children learn to copy violence in their games. That means the real war might have started, but the another war has started the real war might have stopped, but the another war, the upcoming war, has already seeded or started in the brains of this upcoming generation. This is called here the lasting impression of the war on the forthcoming generation. And finally, the last stanza, the poet says, "This also passes. As dusk descends and a friendly crescent moon appears where the jets were, then simmering silence the day passes, and the curling black smoke, the setless hearts, and the mangled bodies stacked in the morgue become memorials of this day." So evening comes, and the crescent moon replaces the fire jets in the sky. The moon can be seen in the sky, whereas earlier the smoke was seen. Now the moon has taken place, moon has replaced the smoke here. So there is a silence. The day has ended, but what is left out here? The destruction remains here. In which forms? Number one, the black smoke is still rising. People's hearts are sadless. Sadless means to say numb. You cannot feel here, unable to feel. Dead bodies in the morgue, they become the memorials of the day. The mortuary is filled with dead bodies and they have become the reminiscent of the day. In this manner, the war attack ends, but the destruction, numbness, and the death remain as a lasting reminders. People cannot forget the losses of lives. People cannot forget the destructions, the material destruction, and the people cannot forget the numbness, the psychological impact on the old and the young or the children. So this is called here the lasting impression, the continuous impact of the war on the people. So these are the 8 stanzas, and finally, what we have learned here throughout this poem. Throughout this poem, what we have learned here, the poem titled "Suddenly the Air Cracks" shows that war destroys peace and normal life in sudden, violent bursts. People struggle to survive. They try to laugh or joke to hide their fear, even when, though the things return to normalcy, but memory of destruction and deaths will always continue. Nobody can wipe out. Nobody can just remove. Nobody can use a duster to erase the memory of the destruction and the death. Children absorb war into the games, showing how violence shapes the next generation, the psychological impact of war on the children. So, this is how I have tried my best to explain or to summarize the long poem, Suddenly the Air Cracks. Thank you so much for watching this video. Stay in tune with my channel, Mukesh English.